Aquarius.
Hello Aquarius, this is your astrological forecast for May 2016, and we have what we call a blue moon this month. And you've probably all heard that term, every once in a blue moon, right? So what does that mean? Well, the definition of a blue moon is whenever we have two full moons in any one given calendar month, and it doesn't happen all that often. But so since we're talking about moons, let's start with the full moon, which will be on May 21st. It's going to be in the sign of Sagittarius there, 1 degree. So for you, that's showing up in your 11th house. And the 11th house is all about you being social, out and about, sharing times with friends, chasing your hopes and dreams, maybe even landing your hopes and dreams here. So the 21st should be a very important, special day for you to accomplish or achieve some of these things. And achievement especially because you have the transit of Mars and also Saturn in this area. So that tells me that you have already been pushing. You've already been working and reaching for, and maybe even affiliating with helpful people that have come upon your path here that can be supportive. And new people perhaps opening up as well. So now having Mars retrograde since that of April 17th, well, the full moon here will also be bringing up a situation maybe from the past that can come now to enlighten a little bit more knowledge, or where you can receive some important information here on this day. So that is the full moon of the 21st. While we're on the subject, let's talk about the new moon, because the new moon here on the 6th will be in the sign of Taurus, 16 degrees for any of you who have any planets around 16 degrees, which for you is showing up in your 4th house. So, Aquarius, the 4th house is you on the inside. It's your inner foundation in life, what you believe and what you have accomplished and worked for, but it's also family, mother, father, and your extended family here as well. Well, you have a lot of focus, most of it now shining through this area. You have the sun, you have Mercury, you got the new moon, and you also have Venus. So May will become a month for you where you will be perhaps upgrading or beautifying your home one way or the other. Some of you might even be lucky enough to put the key in your door to a new domain, okay? Because all the energy now looks so wonderful for property, real estate, and those things. And the renewal of, got that new moon, it's new beginnings, right? Venus being there in the sign of Taurus also rules values, those things that are important to us, and it is showing up in this area for you. And not only that, but Venus rules Taurus. So that also allows us all to feel how Taurians feel, how they normally act, right? We get to incorporate that feeling here this month as we internalize the emotions of Venus, which is love, it's art, it's beauty, it's romance, it's taking care of those things that are important to us. It also rules money, right? So when we have Venus here now in this area, money might go through this channel here to family members, or domain. The sun and Mercury is also here, so we're going to be thinking like the Taurus people do. We're going to be expressing the energy like the Taurus people do. They do it naturally. We get to do it every once a year when the sun, Mercury, and Venus passes through here. Whenever Mars gets here, we get to do that once every other year. So right now, we're feeling solid, strong, grounded, down to earth, looking at our value system, not just the financial, but how we're feeling on the inside of ourselves, right? What I also love to see here is that not only are you going to be very social this month, but you're going to be doing all those things, meeting and spending more time with your family members. All this is great. These are the two main windows that are open for you this month. Now the long-term transits, they're still working in the background where they have been for a while. That is your Pluto in the 12th. We speak a little bit about that every month, which is just now writing in your subconsciousness, transforming your inner spirit, retrograding, kind of mulling over your life journey, so to speak. Uranus in your 3rd house for communication and travel, which is giving you opportunities here and there to take a road trip or do some unexpected journey. Not being triggered too much here this month, so that's kind of laying a little low. Neptune in your 2nd house for income, it's been doing that for a long time. Not too many aspects this month. We do have one or two, so we'll be talking about it. And then it's the long-term journey of Jupiter in your 8th house, looking out for you. Now the good news with Jupiter here is that this month it's going to turn direct again on the 9th or the 10th, depending on where you live. But Jupiter is our guardian angel when it comes to abundance and generosity, feeling happy-go-lucky that the universe is bestowing upon us, and it bestowing upon you in the 8th house has to do with your security. Money, not necessarily your month-to-month income, but your investments, maybe retirement funds, royalties and commissions. But also we shouldn't forget that the 8th house is also the area of intimacy, how we relate deeper, and because it is the house of Pluto and Scorpio. So Jupiter right now is wanting to start picking up the speed between you and your partner and how you share between the two of you what is fair and balanced and what is not. You've had some time to kind of look over that while it's been retrograde since end of January, but it's going to start picking up speed and you'll see how that is going to be absolutely great. Now, I am so happy to say that the first 2 weeks of May are going to be absolutely beautiful. There's like no cloud in the skies here at all. We got beautiful transits. Starting on the 1st, we have the sun, which is you, the essence of you, now combining here with a beautiful beam from Neptune, which is our higher hopes and dreams, the ideal that we're always trying to yearn for, is coming in. So you're going to feel uplifted, elevated on this day. On the 3rd, the sun, which is you again, now coming in with a beautiful golden beam from Jupiter nonetheless. And so that's between the 4th and the 8th house for you. So I'm feeling if you have been looking for a loan, for a refinance, or mortgage for a new property, then this would be the time that you could get a green light for it. Jupiter is opening up the doors, security, money coming in. And on the 7th, not only was the 3rd good, but then we have the sun, again, that's you, Pluto coming in, making sure that transformation now is complete. All right, so I feel that just that first week, your life is changing beautifully with no problems. Like I said, there's not a cloud in that sky. Then starting on the 2nd week, on the 9th, we have Venus, which is love and romance, but of course, money too. So there could be good news of money, but romantically, this might be the highlight of the month, where Venus and Neptune are doing the dance with beautiful beam, a sextile, Neptune being that higher octave of Venus. So you're integrating the feeling of this is what you want more of. So do have a, set up a beautiful date, candlelight dinner or something. Or for you who might be single out there, this could be a time where you can attract somebody who will appear to be that ideal partner, which Neptune represents. There's a spiritual connection going on, not just the physical with Venus, which more rules our physical bodies, but Neptune is more on the spiritual level. And if the 9th was beautiful, hey, the day after, the 10th is really nice. We have Venus and Jupiter with a golden beam between them. Jupiter being expansive and wanting to just give you the best of all there is with abundance. Here to your Venus, which is love or also money. This could be a great money day, or it could be a day where you're confirming your love for somebody. A great day to get engaged. For those of you getting married, what a beautiful time, and honeymoon that is yet to come over the next few days. So if you're starting a new job, for example, well, then I would like to say that this is something that can hold a very long-term aspect for you. It's really starting off with the right foot first. And on the 12th, we have the messenger, Mercury, coming around, also wanting to establish that things are what they are. Just like the Sun and Pluto came in right after that Sun, Jupiter just wanting to make sure that this is the same thing happening here again. So that is the 12th. Good news about money, security, transformation, key in the door, so to speak. It's tangible what you're hearing on the 12th. Then on the 13th, we have more great news. Mercury again delivering this news. Now here from Venus. Love and romance or money. So what are we talking about? We're talking about love and money this whole first couple of weeks. So there's a communication there that's going to put a beautiful smile on your face, followed by, on the very same day, Venus is trine Pluto. So we have love, romance, we've got Pluto, passion, transformation, depth of emotions coming in. Beautiful golden trine. You should be so happy, so elevated this month. This goes for everybody, but for you here at Aquarius, this is taking place for you between the 4th and the 12th house, which are water houses. So they're kind of spiritually, psychically attuned. So you're going to be feeling it even deeper here this month. But every month has a little bit of challenge coming in, and we don't have a lot of challenge, but I have to say, on the 22nd, we have the Sun, which is you, and Mars. They're in opposition to one another. So you're here having a whole lot of fun. This whole month has been great. And here comes Mars knocking on your door saying, you got to come back to work. And it's like, because Mars is your drive, right? And action. And you might just feel like you still want to float a little bit because it's been so great. So it's more like a wake-up call back to Earth and get up and running again, especially because on the 24th, Venus is going to oppose that Mars too. So it's all about coming back to the midpoint, right, from the one extreme to the other, but it's not a difficult aspect, either one of them. It's more like just kicking back into gear. That's all that is all about. On the 26th, however, there is a decision apparently that needs to be made, or should I say not just made, but maybe concluded. Why? That is because now that Jupiter is moving forward again, moving direct there on the 9th or 10th, depending on where you live. But see, Jupiter now is passing through this square of Saturn, and it's been working on that square a little bit since it first passed once, then it retrograded over it. Now it's coming over it for the 3rd time, concluding this whatever decision it has been for you. And this is between your 8th and your 11th house. Jupiter in your 8th and Saturn there in your 11th has to do with maybe savings, investments, or how you and your partner work things out, fairness and balance of it. Saturn being over there in the 11th house for your hopes and dreams. So something there has been in the tweaking of, but this is going to conclude itself. On the 30th, there is great news. Mercury delivering news from Pluto in a beautiful golden trine. So both the Sun and Venus has trined this aspect already earlier in the month, and here comes Mercury as well. So what is that going to do? I feel whatever you started out the month with, by the end of the month, you've incorporated it and embedded it, you've embraced it, you're feeling really good, Aquarius. So that will be exciting to see where it's going to take you next month there in June. Now that you have shored up things and you've been cruising along, let's see next month. And I will meet you there in June. But in the meanwhile, do go listen to your tarot reading. It's up there also now, so you can see what the cards have in store for you in this month of May. See you next time.